Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to tell you a little about our sharpeners, how they came to be, why they were created, and how they differ. At a certain point, I decided to open a knife shop. The idea was simple, to offer high-quality knives. High-quality knives require proper care. So alongside the shop, I also decided to provide sharpening and repair services. If someone dropped their knife, damaged it in some way, or simply needed sharpening, they could come to me and get everything done for an affordable price. But over time, I realized something important. Not all customers want to bring their knives somewhere or send them away. Most of them actually want to sharpen their knives themselves. So I started thinking about what kind of sharpening tool we could offer our customers. Tools made for cheap knives usually work only for those knives. If you try to sharpen a VG10 steel knife with a sharpener meant for something like a Fisker's knife, you can easily damage the blade instead of sharpening it. One of the simplest ways to sharpen a knife is a ceramic rod. Why ceramic? Because steel rods are no longer suitable for knives of this hardness. Some knives are around 61 on the Rockwell scale, others are 63. So I found a manufacturer who produces very high-quality ceramic rods. Honestly, I believe these rods are among the best on the market. They come in different grits, but the main ones are these. An 800 grit rod is used for sharpening. It's a fairly aggressive abrasive, and its job is to form a new cutting edge. It's not a honing tool, it's a sharpening tool. If the knife is seriously damaged, it won't help anymore. But if you just need to sharpen the knife, it's more than enough. For regular maintenance, you need a gentler rod. This one is 3000 grit. It's used for honing. You don't need to regrind the edge all the time. You just need to maintain its sharpness. And when honing no longer helps, that's when you go back to the coarse rod. Sharpening freehand on a rod is quite difficult, and as practice shows, keeping the same angle is very hard. As a result, people often round the cutting edge. That's when I came up with the idea of a guide. How does it work? It guides the blade at the correct angle so that only the cutting edge touches the ceramic. By fixing the angle, you sharpen consistently. This was our first sharpener. It became quite popular. Many were sold in the United States, and in Lithuania it also became quite common. But even though this sharpener is good in many ways, it has its limitations. For example, a kitchen knife fits the guide, but a hunting knife does not. The second issue is that the guide still touches the blade and can leave marks. Not everyone liked that. These two issues are what led me to start thinking about a new sharpener. The foundation stayed the same rods and the same abrasive, German-made ceramic. But now, the sharpening angle is set using a small wheel. You turn the wheel and change the angle. Here, it's 25 degrees per side. Here, it's 20. And you can even choose 17.5. Instead of just 3 angles, we now have 7. The idea is simple. You hold the knife straight and pull it down. It may seem difficult, but in reality, the human body naturally senses vertical alignment very well. You can hold your hand straight even with your eyes closed. We need this ability to walk without falling over and to move in the dark. Today, we have 2 versions of this sharpener. One is designed for simpler knives and uses an 800 grit rod. The other is intended for higher quality knives, where the simpler version is no longer enough. The advanced version has a double rod. On one side, 800 grit for sharpening. On the other, 3000 grit for maintenance. You hone on the white side, and when needed, you flip the rod, form a new edge. There's also a leather strop. After sharpening, you can finish the blade to an even higher level of sharpness, sharp enough to shave hair. Not everyone needs that, but the option is there. There's also a leather strop tube that fits onto the rod, allowing you to polish your blade at exactly the same angle at which it was sharpened. These are the main differences between the 2 sharpeners. This one is more precise, but slower and less universal. The other one is faster. As for accuracy, in my opinion, it's more than sufficient. Compared to freehand sharpening, simply holding the knife straight is much easier, and the result will be much better. That's it. That's what I wanted to share. I hope it was interesting. Thanks for watching.